For decades, there was this one specific brand of humor that you could find everywhere, in newspapers and maybe most famously on daily calendars. We're talking, of course, about the Far Side, a true cultural phenomenon. So today, we're going to dive into what made this comic strip such a legend and why its 40-year-old time capsule is finally being cracked open for all of us.
It all kicks off with a scene just like this. You've got a huddle of penguins, a really nervous-looking polar bear, and this simple, kind of ominous caption. This is the absolute genius of Gary Larson. The humor isn't some obvious punchline you see coming a mile away. Nope. It's a bizarre, slightly unsettling world that you're just suddenly dropped into. And it is absolutely brilliant.
And that right there is the heart and soul of the Far Side. So let's really get into this world of weird, this place where Gary Larson's humor has cows wearing lab coats, deer sitting in boardrooms, and scientists finding themselves in the most absurd situations you could possibly imagine. Okay, look at this one. You see a tense operating room, but the caption just flips the whole thing on its head. This perfect mix of the totally mundane with the absolutely absurd. Well, that's the signature style that made the Far Side a household name. So, you gotta wonder, how did this super unique humor go from a comic strip in the paper to like a daily ritual for millions of people? Well, that brings us to the one product that truly launched it into the stratosphere, the legendary Off-The-Wall Calendar. Okay, so this whole thing really exploded back in 1986 with that very first calendar. And as you can see, it did not take long to catch on. It pretty much immediately became the #1 bestseller year after year. It wasn't just a way to keep track of the date. It was a daily dose of weirdness that became an absolute must-have for its fans. And wow, the devotion of those fans. It's crystal clear. With a near-perfect rating of 4.9 out of 5 stars from hundreds and hundreds of reviewers, you just can't deny the quality and the lasting appeal. This isn't just about nostalgia, folks. It's proof of truly timeless comic. And this just perfectly illustrates its status. It's not just a top calendar. It's officially the #1 bestseller in the humorous graphic novels category. Think about that for a second. That classification says so much about its impact. It's seen as a collection of art and humor, way more than just a simple daily planner. Which, brings us right up to today. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of that very first calendar, the time capsule is being broken open. For 2026, we are getting a trip right back to where it all started. And here it is. This is the 2026 Off-The-Wall Calendar. For anyone who might have missed it the first time around, or hey, for anyone who just wants to relive it, this is your chance to experience the exact calendar that kicked off the whole phenomenon. So when we say time capsule, what are we actually talking about here? Well, it means this edition is absolutely packed with 365 days worth of the beloved classic black and white cartoons from the comic's earliest years. It's literally a journey back to the very essence of the Far Side. All right, let's peek inside the box, shall we? What exactly are you getting with this 2026 anniversary edition? Okay, so the core of it, of course, is a different black and white cartoon for every single day. The pages tear off and they have blank backs, which are perfect for jotting down notes or lists. But what's really cool is the modern eco-friendly design. There's no single-use plastic, it's got a recyclable backer, and it's all printed on FSC certified paper with soy-based ink. All of this really makes you wonder, why has this specific brand of humor lasted for so long? What is it about Gary Larson's unique perspective that keeps us coming back, even 4 decades later? I feel like this quote just nails it. It's the trademark unconventional humor from the inscrutably brilliant mind of Gary Larson. That's the key right there. It's smart, it's strange, and it trusts you, the audience, to connect all the weird and wonderful dots on your own. So at the end of the day, it really comes down to this. A chance to have a little piece of that inscrutable brilliance sitting on your desk every single day of the year. The only real question left is, are you ready to travel back in time for a daily laugh? The link to this book is in the video description.